Hello everybody, welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a brand new album by the pop-punk band Good Charlotte with their new record Motel Du Crap. So I remember this one being announced. I just remember when some of the singles started coming out. I didn't actually listen to any of them. I just wanted to kind of give this more of a blind listen, but yeah, I think frankly that wouldn't have made any difference in my opinion on this. So Good Charlotte's been going for good bit now, generally kind of dominating the early noughties, late noughties with some of their bigger songs like I Just Wanna Live, Girls and Boys. Yeah, they've pretty much just had some iconic hits and been kind of one of the more influential bands, I suppose, in the scene, I'd say, but they definitely fizzled out quicker than I expected, and a lot of modern stuff from the band kind of flew over a lot of people's heads, I imagine. They definitely do not get the attention that they once did beforehand. They are pretty much a very more or less listened to band. Not obscure, but a band that not many people listen to. So we're going to go into this new record and figure out what's the deal with it. So with the sound, the biggest thing I can note here is this uses way too much autotune. And I know some artists use autotune, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It kind of depends on how it sounds, I suppose, how the singer sounds with it, because autotune's not the worst thing in the world, but it's always had a lot of negative connotations because it makes singers who can't sing sound better, and it's just kind of, if you hear it all the time, it does get pretty boring to hear. So I can definitely understand that, and I think on this album they just use the shit out of it whenever they feel like, and it not only kind of compromises some of the songs, which I don't think there is really much to muck up from that point anyway, because there's not really anything to this album, but the autotune just really doesn't work at all with this. I feel like Good Charlotte's lead singer, who I cannot remember the name unfortunately, has a much stronger voice, a very confident voice as well from what we've heard, so why does it need auto-tune? It just kind of feels like they're dabbling into a more pop rock entire record, similar to the kind of devolution of bands like Maroon 5, who have just absolutely gone for the staple radio sounding songs. There's not even rock, barely any of this even can be considered rock. Most of it's just pop, and it's just pretty bland. You get some songs that just incorporate hip-hop beats with some rapping, like Life is Great featuring Wiz Khalifa, which is horrendous. Pink Guitar just has the most ripped-off riff that you can imagine if you just listen to it, and you just get a bunch of other songs that might have some earlier roots to kind of the classic era Good Charlotte when it comes to bringing back kind of, a little bit of the rock sound where the guitars feel like they actually have some prominence, only to then not do anything with it and make the songs render kind of pointless. I feel like there is not really anything pushing towards a confident record here. Rejects was the lead single, I believe, and I feel like the staple bit, kind of norm on this is that Rejects is decent as a song, and there's not really anything that follows that. I suppose Mean's okay. I find that one more tolerable, but outside of a few tolerable tracks that I still wouldn't even consider good, this album has literally nothing to work on. The last few songs are just so forgettable. Vertigo featuring Petty Hendrix, just, this was such a waste of a song. I don't understand what happened here. Then as soon as you kind of reach the third track, Stepper, you're already noticing the huge decline and just kind of this very bare bone attempt at whatever this direction is. Motel Du Crap felt like a project that just had little thought put into it, and they just winged it the whole time. It doesn't feel like there is really much substance. It doesn't feel like there is really any just chemistry of the band at this point. It just kind of feels like, let's just do some instruments for instruments, let's just see some vocals for vocals. It doesn't really feel like there was much thought put into the whole construction of this record. A lot of songs just kind of feel completely out of there for the band's sound. Some songs are just downright awful, like I Don't Work Here Anymore, which is just one of the most probably one of the worst written Good Charlotte songs I could think of. And Good Charlotte hasn't had the best discography, but it's probably going to be the case that this might be easily the worst thing they've done. This album is unfortunately really bad, so I'm going to have to give it a 1.5 out of 5, I believe. So yeah, that's pretty much my review on that. So I hope you'll enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.